also yesterday, and then today we will cover. So it will be easy for you guys to summarize what we have covered. So yesterday's and then today 14th. Okay, so let's get started with the practical. So basically let's start. Okay, so what's up troubles? So we will as you know, in the Windows, how do you create the like files and folders? Everyone knows that, right? So similarly, how we can create a file, how we can create a folder, we need to understand in the Linux environment. So simply first command will be list out the what are the files and directories here. Okay, so ls, simply note this. After I will upload this to my channel, so you will be able to summarize it quickly. Okay, so ls is a simple command. I will tell you the techniques to keep this in the mind for long term. Simple ls is a short list, so it will show the like airflow and datavala.txt. There are two items here, airflow and datavala.txt. Okay, and if I run it as ls hyphen l, usually this is normal. In the normal language we call it a dash, but in professional terms we call it as hyphen. Okay, ls hyphen l. Okay, it is simply a long list. Okay, long list means it is simply showing it is airflow. If you see the extensions, here are airflow, datavala.txt, and it is a airflow. But if you see, there are two differences. This one is showing green, little bit of sky blue, and this is simple white. How you can differentiate this, like why this is green and why this is white? So simply, if you understand, if you see this second command, okay, ls hyphen l, this is simply ls. If you see this ls hyphen l, okay, ls hyphen l is showing total 8. Okay, and then it is showing d r w x. Okay, so here it is starting with the d, but it is not starting with the d. So if you see in the simple layman terms, if you can understand, so we have files and folders. So basically let's take this and files and directories. Files and directories we call here in the Windows, where we have, so Windows is here. So basically it will be easy for you to summarize. So here files we call it as a file only. Okay, but in it is a folders, we call it as a directory. So simple terminology. So folders are here like a directories. So how to create files, how to create the directories, how to interact with them, how to read that particular file. So here in Windows, you can simply go to the particular folder or file, and then you can open that document, right? So what here we need to understand how we can open particular file. Okay, so here in, so and one more option is there, similar. ls hyphen l is similar to ll. Okay, if you see long list, it is showing the long list. So basically it shows all the files like hidden and everything. We have one more option like ls hyphen a. Okay, so if you see, these are the same files, but long list, ll is showing the long list with, this is the, if you see this, the file with this extension with file, this is the totally, if you see there are 8 attributes here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then file name. So these all the attributes has its own meaning. We will cover it later, but simply understand the ls is like, ls is simple list of objects, and ll is the long list of objects. Along with these are actually permissions, and how many size, what is the size of file, and who is the owner of file, what at what time it is created, what is the month of that file, and so file name. There are like 8 parameters. I will take it in that time whenever it is required. But currently, just get to the understanding that guys, I will let you to speak. Meanwhile, you can put yourself on mute because we don't want to trouble each other. So once I will open a question round, then you can ask any question you have, but just have some discipline. Don't put yourself on mute. It will trouble others. Okay, I'm not going to tell this every time. Okay, so it breaks the flow actually. What I too don't remember where we were. So it is bit annoying. Okay, so we were at here ls hyphen ls. So we have covered 3 commands. So simply summarize this. If your window is here, similar like this, so you will just need to clear it. Okay, this is the simple technique. If your window get full, then you need to do the command clear. And if you want to go to the previous commands, okay, just you have to press the upper arrow button from your keyboard. So upper arrow button, which is if you can see keyboard, I will tell you keyboard. This is a simple technique. So if you can see here, the one which is in the here, this corner. So this is the upper arrow. We need to use that for earlier command what you have used. So if you want to see, simply suppose date. Earlier we used date in the first time. So then clear. Then I use different commands. So if you want to use the latest commands, you just need to do this upper arrow, and then it will be there. Okay. And if you want to, so this is the end. All the commands have been completed. Whatever the commands I used, sub complete ho gaye. So simply just, this is a trick to keep in mind. If you want to execute the same command again and again, just you need to do the upper arrow button or lower arrow button. So that will take you to the previous commands. Okay, so ls, then ls hyphen l, ls hyphen. Okay, then another was ls long list, short list, long list, ls hyphen l, then ls hyphen a means it is it. If you have any hidden directory or something, then it will show. Currently I don't think we have any hidden directory, but hidden file or directory. So if you want to understand if there is any hidden directory or file, you just need to do this ls hyphen a. Okay, so this is the way we can list out the files. Then we can so actually, if you want to understand where you are currently, you have another command, pwd. Simply it is like present working directory. Okay, I am currently in home/ell. Okay, now if you want to go to the particular directory, so currently we are in if you see here, home/del. Okay, and we have list of directories here. Directories are in green, so cache, docker, local, and airflow. If you want to go to the particular directory, so you need to first understand this pwd. Keep in the mind, pwd is simple present working directory. Present working directory means where you are currently. If you want to go to the another directory, you have to use the command cd. Cd is simple change directory. cd is like simple change directory. Pwd is present working directory. It is very simple. Just keep in the mind. So these are the techniques. I would not say technique, but it is simple as it is. So cd, if you want to go to particular directory, so we want to go to the airflow. Okay, cd, what you will do, cd air. Okay, so you will be in the airflow. Now if you see, if you check what is the present working directory pwd, we are already in home ell slash airflow. Earlier we were in home slash ell, so now we have entered to the airflow directory. Okay, so now one more time, now do the listing ls. Okay, here again, let me clear this. Okay, let me run that command ls. Okay, we are currently in which directory? Airflow. We are in the airflow, and now we want to go to the logs. What are the logs? Okay, so simply you need to do cd logs, change directory to the logs. Okay, so now you are into the log. Simply check again with the pwd. Okay, present working directory. So we are in home ell airflow log, right? So if you want to change the directory, you need to use pwd. But if you see, we are simply going in the forward direction, because earlier it was ell, you went to the airflow, again you went to the logs, but we are just going ahead. If you want to go back, so currently we are in the log, but you want to go to the airflow. Okay, so we are simple. If you want to go one step back, we have option of cd dot dot. Okay, cd dot dot. Now if you check the present working directory, it is home ell slash airflow. Earlier we were in the logs. Okay, so now if you want to go to one or more directory back again, we have, let me take cd dot dot, this is pwd, this is pwd, cd logs. Okay, we are into the logs. But if you want to go directly two directories back, or maybe three directories back, how will you go? Or if you want to go to the root directory, if you if you see, we are currently in the airflow slash logs. If you want to go two directories back, cd dot dot slash dot dot. Okay, so instead of going two times, we will put a slash in between and go to two directories back. Okay, so currently we, if you do this pwd, we came back to the home directory, which was the earlier home slash ell. Okay, so just keep in the mind, we have two simple commands here to change the directories. Okay, let me summarize one more time. cd and directory name, we need to give the directory name to go in the forward direction. But whenever you are going in the backward direction, you need to give the dot dot, and how many times you have to go, how many directories you have to go back, so slash with dot dot. If you you have to go two directories back, then you need to put one slash and two dots. Then again, if you want to go again and again, so simply. But this is not an ideal way to work, because suppose cd, if you are in cd dot, we are already into the home directory. Okay, cd to the maybe airflow. Again, let me show you. Let's go to the airflow again. We are on to the airflows, and then again move toward the airflow. We had logs. Okay, inside the logs we have scheduler, cd scheduler. Okay, we came to the scheduler. Okay, now you don't want to put this like one dot dot or two dot dot or three dot dot. It is not ideal way to go to the root directory. If you want to go directly to the root directory, then we have cd tilde. So tilde is here somewhere. If I show you, this is called tilde. It is here basically on down of the escape, so that is tilde. So if you want to directly go to the root directory is like, so directories are nested inside each other. So as you can see, airflow, then logs, but you want to go to the root directory where you are starting from. So if you directly write it as a cd tilde, then you will directly go to the home directory. See, we directly came back to the where pwd. Okay, directly came back to the home/ell, which are our home directory. But if you see, we had one this airflow, then log, and then scheduler. We had three directories to come back, but we directly came back to the home directory by using cd tilde. So that is the use of cd tilde. Okay, so these are the, let me summarize it for use. Okay, so we use like ls, then ll, then ls hyphen a, then these are listing the, okay, listing. So for today's topic is the files and directories. So inside that we are doing the listing. So ls, ll, ls hyphen a, then which one we covered in the listing? Simply ll. Okay, those are the three only. ls tick 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 और कुछ बचा क्या? Okay, ठीक है. These three, even if you know these three commands, that's enough. Okay, so then we went to the changing directory. Changing directory. Changing directory is simple. Listing cd and directory name. Directory name. It will take in the forward direction. Forward direction. cd directory name. Forward direction. Okay. And if you want to go back to the cd cd dot dot cd dot dot for one for going one directory back, and then one or more directory. If you want to go more two directory back, then simply put the dot dot again. And if you want to go to the root directory, cd tilde. It is going to root directory. Okay, to directory back. And then cd, okay, change directory. Okay. So now we are just playing with the listing of the files and directories. Okay, so this is done. So any question up until here, guys? Are you getting this? Hello, अरे कुछ तो बोलो.
Yes, sir, we are getting this. But there
Yes.
is one, I have one question is how to remember all these commands? Is there any
So
trick?
trick, so it's, I won't say it as a trick, but if you, so that's where practice comes. No, so I don't remember these commands like I have read somewhere, or so in day-to-day life I need these commands. So it's not like that. For now you need to practice a lot means you just need to run this command at least once, so you will get hands on. And but first one or two times it's a bit tough, but if you are used to this, so yeah, one, if you complete the whole class, no, I don't think you need to read these commands as well. So because these will be used very frequently in our day-to-day activities, so we need to, no need to remember this. You will get used to this. These are just a simple English language. Listing ls, changing directory cd, but we are just taking little bit in naming convention. That's it, I would say. Okay.
Okay, thank you, got it.
Yeah. Any other question, guys? So you are getting this right. I don't think this is a very rocket science or something. That's why I started with the easiest one. I hope everyone is getting it. Okay. Just a second. वीकली एक बार रिवाइज कर दो पूरे पूरे मतलब कमांड्स, नहीं क्या मैं स्क्रीन पे रखता हूँ. विल गेट सम वाटर. ओके, जस्ट revise it once. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we covered, so list of the files, how to list, enlist it, then change the directories. Now we already we see the files and folders which are already there. How about creating these files and folders? Okay, let me clear this again. Okay, so in Windows it is very simple to just right click and create new file or new folder. Okay, but here it is not as we need to just use command mk. So let's take directory first, mkdir. So this is also simple. See, mk make dir for directory. So mkdir and then give the name. Okay, maybe Linux 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 class. Okay, or maybe tutorial will be the best. Tutorial. Okay, I have unmuted, right? Yes. Mute or unmute का भी सीन रहता है कंपनी में. Sometimes you put yourself on mute and talk lots of things. So make directory mkdir and Linux tutorial. Okay. So if you can now do the ls. So earlier we only had the airflow and datawala.txt, right? Now we have Linux tutorial. If you see, the Linux tutorial is also green because it is a directory, you simply can understand. So airflow is also directory and Linux tutorial.txt. So simple command mkdir is used for creating the directory, and then let's go to that directory. Let's use the command which we created, cd, and then go to the Linux tutorial. Linux tutorial. Okay, so we are inside the Linux tutorial now. Now you want to create a text file inside the here. Okay, so how you can create the text file? Okay, as if you see earlier we had datawala.txt. Okay, let's first create maybe let's create a new file. Okay, inside the Linux tutorial. So for creating the empty file we need to use touch command. Touch is a simple touch command is used to create simple uh, any kind of file. It's like we have here data.txt. We have the txt is the like extension. This denotes that this is a text file. We can we have different types of files like Excel is there, then JSON is there. There are lots of file formats. But just focus on now txt. So suppose we need to create a now one file. So let's create one file of like list list and list and directory. Okay, this is a file. Okay, so we have created the file. Now if you do the ls here, so it is showing that file is showing, right, list and directory, right? So simply use the command touch and that file name, simply like touch list, touch whatever the name you want to give, so just give the name. But if you see this file, we created the file, right? But if you want to see it inside the file, so earlier what we did, we created a Linux tutorial here. just understand the chronology, guys. we created we created Linux tutorial, right? Then what we did ls, okay, and then we got the Linux tutorial here. Then what we did the change the change the directory to the Linux tutorial. Okay, so we came inside the Linux tutorial here, and inside the Linux tutorial what we did, a we created a simple file name naming with list and directory. Okay, now you already created this file, but how you will get to know that what is this file, what is inside this file, right? You need to understand that what is inside the file. Okay, if you there comes the another command. Okay, so if you want to simply read that particular file. Okay. So if you want to read that file, see here list and directory is the file. If you want to read this, and one more trick, guys. So in Linux, you don't have any option to Control C and Control V. So if you try like this, if you try this list and directory, you just selected this. If you do this Control C, here we just need to right click on that, right click, you just need to right click, and that name will be pasted. So sometimes you will not get control C and your control C and control V, unlike we have here in here. Suppose if you just control C, and we can simply control V to copy and paste. But in Linux sometimes some environments doesn't support control C control V. At that point what we need to do, just select that, and just select that and do the right copy that. Okay, let's see, and then just do the right click, it will be pasted. So sometimes it doesn't work control C and control V. Just keep this in mind. You will else get confused why it is not copying or why it's not pasting. Okay, so okay, get back to the cat list and directory. Okay, so if you do the cat, okay, cat list and directory, see it is not showing anything, because this file was created, but inside this file we didn't do anything. Okay, so we need to do something in that file. So alternatively we can use another commands as well. So like we have head or tail or particular, if you want to read the particular lines, you can use those commands. We will take it in the next class maybe, but today let's focus on this one, cat. So cat will open this file, but inside this file we don't see anything. Okay, so if you want to write inside that file, simply suppose this inside that list and directory we need to use the command nano. There are like different commands for this. There is vi command, then vim command. There are different commands for this, but this is the easiest command. If you go if you see nano, and then give the file name. Okay, nano, then list and directory. Nano list and directory. Okay, so it will open this window like this. Don't get confused. So it will allow you to write something here. So hi guys, this is a very important command, guys. So because you need to alter your files in the production, at that time you need to use this command. So this is very frequently used command, nano, or we can use vi is also similar command which we can use to edit the file. Okay, so there are multiple files in the production. Uh, you need to understand how we can edit the file, because doing the work in production is very risky task. So just understand this, how you can edit this file. So hi guys, how are how are you? Okay, and then enter. If you enter, it will come to the next line. Then I am great. How about you? ओके सो इसके अंदर अब हमने लिख तो दिया अभी इसके इस ये तो यहाँ पे अगर देखा जाए तो बाहर कैसे आएंगे इसके बाद तो कंट्रोल एक्स करो सो इट विल कंट्रोल एक्स करना है तो फिर वो बोलेगा कि सेव द मॉडिफाइड बफर तो उसको यस बोलना है तो यस and then it will ask if you want to change the file name or something then if you this is a simple text file so we can rename it as like txt and then enter save to the different name no okay control x okay 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 so we did this now we if we have written into this file earlier what we did we read this file using for reading this file we use command cat okay but now we have written something in this file now just open this file okay cat list and directory oh it didn't save inside that list and directory let's do one more time okay nano list and directory hi save modified buffer s and then list and directory and control yeah yes. Use control you are inside the directory yes okay why it's not writing inside that yes it has written inside that right so we entered inside that like hi how are you and we just need to just try from your side sometimes if this command is bit difficult for first time it's not difficult but just understand how we can use the flow you just need to go inside the file write your text and you need to come outside of that file so I will share the steps for this okay so now we open this file okay so let's quickly summarize again so for creating the directory we need to use mkdir okay make directory simple and for creating a particular file you can use touch okay just this is not technique this you have to you have to remember this touch is used for creating empty file but once you created that empty file or any kind of file okay so you need to read that file for reading that file we need to use the cat command okay cat command here we use the cat command to read this okay so we have got the content inside this hi how are you okay but suppose you create a touch will create a empty file okay but if you want to write something in that file we need to use nano okay so nano is the command which will open your file then you need to enter some words whatever the information or whatever you need to write inside that file then you will go inside the file and control z if it control x it will ask you whether you need to save your changes and then again do the control x then it will come outside okay so that's pretty much for this and simple okay so now if you want to go back cd tilde okay we came back to the root directory we earlier were in the linux tutorial okay now see ls we are in the root directory now you want to just read this datawala.txt this is a file we can read that file but here if you want if you see if you try to write cat and this airflow what will happen what do you think guys will it read it hello what do you think will it read it अरे बोलो don't know. Okay, okay, so it will simply give, let's see what it will give. So cd airflow, it is saying I can read this because it is a directory can't be read. You need to use the file to read that. See, now if I do the data wala dot txt, these are very silly mistakes we usually make. So if you see, I have written this file inside this file cat data wala if I read this. See, here it is white, so it is file. This is directory, and if you try to read that directory, it will throw an error. Like it will show like airflow is an directory. How are you trying to read a directory with this command? So simply it will give an error. Okay, now, and if you try to read the cat file, it is file. So it will give the what is the content inside that file. Okay, understood, guys? Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then we were in the files and directories. Now to where we are. Okay. So how to how to create create files, file touch and file name. Okay. Then touch and file name, file creation, file create. Okay. Then for creating the directory, we use mkdir simply make directory, make that mkdir. Then for reading that particular file, we need to use cat reading files, read files. Then editing the files, we can use nano. I will take another vi editor is the command. Vi editor is there, so that is also one command. I will take in the next session maybe, because you will get confused in the nano and v, because inside there are some steps to follow, just like we followed for nano. And then file name. Okay, editing the file. Okay, cat read files. Okay, mkdir make directories. And what we have missed? Anything? Cd tilde. Okay, mkdir ls touch. Okay, cat. That's pretty much we have covered. So I think that's enough for files and directories to understand for today. Okay, so do the practice from your side, guys. Don't just leave it like if you don't practice, you will get it like you will in the next session. Just revise this once, like just will I will share these files once this topic is completed. I won't share it right now. If I share it, you will just copy and do the copy paste from here and there. So don't do these things, because you need to understand these things. Once you try from your side, then only we will understand. If you don't try from your side, it will not, it will day by day. Now it will feel like, yeah, this is too much easy. But if you move towards the another technologies, then this technology will be get hang. So don't do the just follow with me. Don't skip the sessions, and if you skip the session, the whole link will be broken. And practice daily, guys. If you don't practice, that will not make any sense. So do the practice. Okay. And just a quick question: if you are facing any difficulty with maybe language or full English language, then we can take it like half Hindi plus half English. That will also be taken care. So just tell me just tell me, as well as do the DM to me. We can take it like the way you want. Okay. So that's it from my side for today, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Please raise your hand. I will stop the recording.